And just a minute or two here for the players to get warmed up before the start of the game. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup, Edwards on the wing. He is joined by McDaniel. Rudy Gobert is out there with Randall, and it's Conley in at the point. And for the Pelicans, in the guard spots, it'll be Murray and McCollum. Jones and Williamson in at the forward position. And it's Messi in at the 5 down low. And for those who are tuning in for offensive fireworks, Doris might be a little disappointed in this one.
Right, Kev, but if you love gritty defensive play, this is the place to be. Listen, we may not get spectacular buckets, but I guarantee you every point is going to be well earned.
Now here's Williamson. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball.
No, this is where the freakish length of Rudy Gobert so effective at reaching in and prying the ball away from the opposition.
Pass to Messi. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Kept alive.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
That's good from Randall on the assist from Edwards.
Boy, there was plenty of contact down low, but Randall assertive and able to find the finish.
Williamson, the pass to Jones. Inside, Messi, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
Greg, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
The first free throw is good.
And you know what makes Zion so much fun is that I don't think there's a comp for him. The combination of power and skill, you throw in that he's a lefty, and we've never seen someone like him in the league.
That one is no good. To the middle, kicks it out to Jones. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Edwards, that's good.
Anthony Edwards getting into that pull-up game. Nicely done.
For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Messi. Murray with it. There's a good screen. Three-pointer. Trains the three-pointer. And it's a tie ball game.
And this coaching staff wants Murray to be the shot caller. Let him run the pick and roll and just make things happen.
There's Gobert. It's in there. Conley with the assist. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And timeout called by Willie Green. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Willie Green gave me a few minutes to talk with him. Now, we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker than the wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So they'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Murray. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Murray's got 5.
pounding it in the paint there. Murray doing it all.
To the paint. Fires the three. And Anthony Edwards gets the three.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Minnesota leading by 3. Here's McDaniels. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. That 3 off the mark.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Conley with the 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
McCollum outside, over Edwards, and the basket by McCollum. The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 8 from the field to start the game. Very hot shooting. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
And the Pelicans with possession here. After the basket by Minnesota. Murray, no good. Conley kicks to Randall. Launches it. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Murray, no good. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 17-7 run. And here's Edwards from the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
They have been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Jones. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
McDaniels, a screen on Murray. Conley the pass to McDaniels, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. McDaniels got his second basket of the game. There's 47 seconds left in the first. Here's Murray. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Edwards drives in. Got that one up quick. Edwards got 12 points in the game.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Conley's shot is off. Murray for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. 8 points for him. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Minnesota on top, up by 12. From New Orleans, back in a moment. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin for the Timberwolves here, guys.
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Minnesota leading by 12. DiVincenzo with it. To the right side. Launches a 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And for the Timberwolves, They've got Gobert, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Reed in at the four-man position. And for the Pelicans.
How about Gobert with the find? On time and on target. Nicely done, Rudy.
Pelicans trail by 17. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Jones against Edwards. A three for DiVincenzo. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got some playmaking in my toolbox. Nice pass.
You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. And I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
To Alvarado. The three. It doesn't go for him. Timberwolves leading by 18. Edwards passes to Gobert. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Well, this is exactly where Rudy Gobert looks to score. The more dangerous he becomes, the closer he gets to the basket.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked on, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. Pass to Alexander-Walker. And here's Reed. Takes the three. And again, Minnesota with the triple. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
And so here is New Orleans following the three by Minnesota. 3 on the clock. And here's Olynyk from the arc. Rebound by Alexander-Walker.
Well, you're trying to answer the three, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
It's good. 14 points for Anthony Edwards.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Give it up for your basket breaker.
Minnesota making some changes. Joe Ingles comes in for Reed. And Bones Highland subbed in for Edwards. Williamson dishes to Murray. Looking to end the run. It's in the bucket for his fourth field goal. Shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
And 2 physical points for Murray, mixing it up down low.
Pass to DiVincenzo. From deep. And another 3 for Minnesota.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Now here's Williamson. McCollum outside. New Orleans moving it around. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Herbert Jones is checked in for Trey Murphy.
First team foul.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota.
On the court.
Julius Randle's checked in for Joe Ingles. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. Edwards has come in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Mike Conley subbed in for Highland. Now here's Williamson. Murray outside. 5 on the clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. For 3. Gobert pulls it in. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing. And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And that one misses. New Orleans has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Murray against Conley. And Murray, here we go. And it's blocked by Conley. Down low. And Gobert kicks to Randle. Pass to Edwards, over McCollum, and there's Edwards on the assist from Randle. Edwards got 4 points this quarter.
Well, if you find yourself in between in that mid-range area, Anthony Edwards so confident. Rise and fire, young sir.
Murray scanning the floor. And again, no good by New Orleans. It's been all Timberwolves. Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here's Conley outside. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Here's Randle. Banked in off the glass. Randle's got 7 points in the game.
Anthony.
Well, the physicality that Julius Randle possesses, this guy is always proven capable despite defenders nearby.
Here's Messi. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
With the score.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock.
27.
Nice job.
The Timberwolves.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's Minnesota up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
There's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
Lorenzo Conley will bring the ball up for Minnesota. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's McDaniels in at the small forward position.
And Conley is just so unselfish. He's very willing to give the ball up if it means setting up a teammate.
And the basket by McCollum.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
All too easy for Mr. Gobert in the painted area. Nicely done.
Murray outside. Here's McCollum. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Shoots from 14, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Off the bounce into the jumper. Julius Randle makes it look easy.
Here's McCollum. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room, and he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
McCollum against Edwards. Outside for Murray. Outside, Jones. There's a screen. Shoots over McDaniel. And the Pelicans miss again.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
It's Randle with the drive. And then jammed down as he goes right over Zion Williamson.
Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
The Pelicans have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Gobert, the screen. McDaniels passes to Gobert. Bucket is good. Gobert's got 4 points this quarter.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Now here's Murray. 15 points in the game.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them. And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
McCollum outside. From 12 feet out. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Murray's got 17 now.
So effective from the mid-range. Can't give Murray room to get that one off.
McDaniels finds Edwards. Drills the three-pointer.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. Edwards with the block.
Wow, great defensive play by Anthony Edwards, engaged on that end of the floor right now.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the last few years we saw teams giving up bounties worth of draft picks and trades for star players, but with teams now possessing more roster spots to develop prospects and about 3/4 of the tradable picks ordered by just a third of the NBA's teams, we may not see so many picks given up moving forward. Kevin?
You're exactly right, David. Something certainly to keep an eye on. Here's McDaniels. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 4 assists in the game.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Here's Edwards. Here's Randle. It's blocked. Now Williamson. On the wing, Murray. Connects from three-point range. Murray's got 20.
Oh, that's a nice-looking three there for Murray. How about the high release on that one?
Conley dishes to McDaniels. To the inside. Here's Edwards, and he uses the glass on the layup. That's 28 points for Anthony Edwards.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Yeah, easy call.
For New Orleans, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
The line for New Orleans, C.J. McCollum, taking 2 shots.
Throw good, McCollum.
Your classic combo guard. C.J. McCollum can play off the ball as a shooting guard, but also can run the point at times. A valuable piece for this team.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Both shots good from the stripe. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the third. Pass to Shannon. Stolen by McCollum. Out left to the wing. Shoots from the baseline. And good that time.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
It's tipped. Here's Alvarado. Still yet to score. McCollum outside. And he makes good on the layup.
That's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
Boy, that's all by design. Get the shot as soon as possible on that inbound pass.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Pelicans shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Pass to Olynyk. To the wing on the left. There's the pick. From 13. Austin, no good. And for Minnesota, we got Joe Ingles. And it's Garza in at the center, locking down the middle. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Got a piece of it.
Wow, Joe Ingles sends it back twice on the pipes. Big-time defensive play.
Just 2 to shoot. Nice again. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Minnesota ball.
Clark is checked in for Joe Ingles.
Number 22, Jake Clark.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. To the middle. Here's
Assist goes to
That is
Dylan.
not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Alvarado with it. That one goes. Count it. Alvarado's got his first basket.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
Here's Minot. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
First personal foul.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
And the first one drops. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Six to shoot. And he drops it in from the low post.
I think excellent touch from the post, and you get the sense they trust Olynyk here. Fantastic at utilizing his size.
Here's Shannon. Inside. And that one's good by Clark.
Boy, the defense was in perfect position, but it simply didn't matter. He's just too skilled, too good.
Pass to Boston. To the paint. Up and in on the layup.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Shot's good by Shannon. Shannon's got 4 this quarter.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Here's Alvarado. Can't cash in from close range. For Minnesota, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Garza, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Here's Garza. Shoots over Olynyk. Garza, no good.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
That's tipped. Clark outside. Shannon passes to Garza. And that one, good.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely zero chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
Alvarado. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Personal foul. First team foul.
At the line for New Orleans, Jose Alvarado. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Bones Highland is checked in for the Timberwolves. Both free throws good from Alvarado. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. To the left wing, wide open. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. A drive by Williamson. And finished off by Williamson.
Oh, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Dillingham with the bucket.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Here's Messi. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Second team foul.
At the line for New Orleans, Messi. Taking 2 shots.
That free throw missing, and the Pelicans making a change here. Murray's checked in. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Good on the second free throw.
You know, he doesn't shrink the lead as much as he should have. That hurts a bit.
And so it's Highland who brings the ball up for Minnesota. Here's Alexander Walker. A three-pointer, no good. The Pelicans have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, of 9.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Anthony Edwards.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum.
Personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Here's Dillingham. He's covered by Murray. Now Dillingham jacks up a three. Shot's good by Alexander Walker.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
McCollum, no good. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Highland deciding where to go with it. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
3 points.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Julius. Now look, you're banging in the paint, but what do you see from your backcourt?
They do a great job of, they obviously can score the ball, but getting us in the things and running the offense very well and leading the team that way.
Well, they led you to a win tonight, Julius. Thank you for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.